What's up guys, JP back once again bringing you guys another video. So today I want to talk about a couple of releases that are coming to us courtesy of Umbrella Entertainment. But before we get to those releases, I just want to give a little shout out to Umbrella Entertainment. Make sure you guys check them out if you haven't yet. The link in the description will take you to their website where you can buy things. They also have sales all the time, so if you want to wait for a sale, that's a good opportunity to get some cool titles. They have a lot of films that are not released in the US region A, but are released through them in Australia that you can import at a very affordable price. They have a great alternative to the Twilight Time release of The Blob on Blu-ray. They have their own release of The Blob on Blu-ray, and it is region free, so it's very affordable compared to that Twilight Time version. They also have a ton of other cool films, and you can get things dirt cheap over there when they have their sales. So definitely check out Umbrella Entertainment. They've been nothing but fantastic to me. I absolutely love this company. They put out really cool releases too. So the two releases that I want to talk about today from Umbrella Entertainment are actually compilations. They are trailer compilations. They are the Drive-In Delirium. We have the 60s and 70s as well as the 80s. 60s, 70s, 80s. These things are awesome. So let me get in the center here so I can talk about both of these badass things. So these are trailer compilations. The 60s and 70s is a little bit longer. There's over 140 trailers on this one here. And, you know, just to talk about some of these trailers, I mean, I don't even know if you guys can pick this up, but it is a huge, massive list of trailers. Like, they almost ran out of space. You got stuff from the 60s, Peeping Tom, The House of Usher, Corruption, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, Dracula, Prince of Darkness, Plague of the Zombies, The Devil's Own, Quartermass in the Pit, The Mummy Shroud, The Devil's Bride, Code 7, Victim 5, Five Golden Dragons, Deadlier Than the Male. I mean, the 70s, you have, Jesus Christ, Carrie, Jennifer, Patrick, Long Weekend, Hatchet for a Honeymoon, Amok, Bite the Bullet. There is so many damn trailers on this thing, it's ridiculous. Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. I mean, the list goes on and on. The 60s and 70s I found a little bit more interesting to me personally because almost every one of these damn trailers I had not seen the films for. So it really made me want to go visit some of these films from the 60s and 70s. Like I mean, there's obviously films that I'm familiar with, like you know, House of Usher and Peeping Tom and Gorgo and Barbarella and you know, a bunch of stuff from the 70s, Frog, Sugar Hill, Audrey Rose, Rabid, Dogs, Grizzly. I mean, there's a lot of films that I am familiar with, but it was cool to see a ton of films that I was not familiar with because some of them actually looked really good. They were films that I was like, yo, this is something that I would like to see. Just either if they were bizarre or if they were just you know, kind of crazy looking or you know, actually looked like a good movie. Like there's one on here that I really wanted to see that I actually wasn't too familiar with, Quartermass in the Pit. It looked really interesting. So but there's tons of other ones that are interesting too. I should have wrote them down while I was watching it. Because there's so many that I liked, and they all kind of ran together now. But if I'm actually doing research to check out films from the 60s, I definitely pop this in. It made me really want to revisit doing a podcast on 60s cinema, because for those of you guys who don't know, me and Moods one time, and Jeremy, did a podcast on 1968, the year as a whole, and I'd say we probably watched like 30 films from that year, 30 horror films, and you know, made a top 10 list. But it was kind of an overview of the year, and we've done future years like 2002 and 1996, and the next one we're doing is 86. But it kind of made me want to maybe go back and do another year from the 60s, because there's a lot of horror there that I simply did not get to see, you know. I just don't know anything about that era, really. Like, 1968 was the one I was most familiar with, and we ended up covering that whole year. So I think that it would be really cool to go back and do another year in the 60s, and I think I might bring that up to Moods and the guys, because that would be something that would be kind of interesting. We still have 1969 on that list, but I'm thinking maybe even earlier than that would be fun. So yeah, this film, this compilation here really opened my eyes to sort of the possibilities of the 60s. And of course we have the 1980s here as well, which I'm a little bit more familiar with these films. There's not quite as many. This one has, I think, 116, including 40 plus new titles exclusive to this volume. So as you can see here, there's still quite a bit on there. I think this one's like 4 hours and the other one's 6 hours. You have a bunch of stuff on here that I've seen, a bunch of stuff that I haven't seen. Miss 45, The Exterminator, you got the Death Wish movies, you got Saturn 3, Food of the Gods, Creepshow 2, Evil Dead. It's broken up into two sections here. It's like the Crackdown, which seems to be like the Death Wish, Miss 45, Exterminator, Road Games, stuff like that. And then you have part 2, which is like Stock and Slash, and that's more of your like straight up horror films like Halloween 2 and Prom Night and Terror Train, and you got a couple of the Friday the 13th up in there. And you got sort of this like reversible cover art. There's like VHS cover art on the back here, which is pretty cool. And you have a lot of 80s gems and a lot of 80s sleaze too, like Miss 45 and stuff like that. You know, it almost hurts me to watch some of these trailers on the 80s one because, well, if it's a film that I haven't seen, I almost don't even want to see the trailer because I'm not huge into trailers, like in terms of I don't like them spoiling movies for me. But some of these 60s and 70s and even the 80s to a certain extent, they didn't show much of the footage in the films. Like nowadays you got all these trailers that come out and they just show so much of the movie, and these releases really don't do that. There's some trailers that do, obviously, but a lot of them are just very little teases for the films that are on there. You got Phantasm 2 and Waxwork, Death Spa, Shocker. I mean, these things are so neat, guys. So I love these releases. I love trailer compilations in general. I actually only own, I think, 2 other ones, and one of them's the one that came with all the full moon trailers, which I like that one too. But these are Blu-ray, man. These are the first ones that I got on Blu-ray. The trailers look great. I'll say this though, guys, these are absolutely perfect for party time atmosphere. If you have a Halloween party, which, by the way, if my cousin has another Halloween party next year, I'm 100% taking these babies with me. And last year they played Nosferatu on the TV. But I think it would be cool to play these trailers. These are perfect party, Halloween party atmosphere. And you know, you just put the TV on mute or real low. You have these playing. They just play all. They just go for hours. And you're not going to see the same trailer twice when you have both these Blu-rays, you know. And even if you have a projector or something, you want to put it up on the wall or something like that, it would be awesome. And you know, these also are great for what I was doing with them halfway through. I was putting them on my TV and I was working on podcasts and videos and different things online over on the computer over there, and I was just looking up and catching trailers, especially if something sounded crazy. I'd look up and I'd be like, oh shit, you know. I missed some of them too. I didn't sit here, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't sit here and watch every damn trailer, like focus 100%. That's not really what these are made for, not in a marathon fashion anyway, but you know, a little chunk here, a little chunk there. These things are so cool, man. I was really happy with these. Highly recommend picking them up. Umbrella Entertainment, check the link below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Peace.